what many of us did not realize, dahil we were busy defending her, is that Sara Duterte gave a speech in The Hague about 3 days ago. And it's a significant one because she realizes that with the way the world is moving, it was time to give a speech in front of the ICC in The Hague. This is significant because Sara Duterte now takes the world stage. She's now a worldwide figure. And this is where the journey now begins, officially, finally, truthfully. In her speech, she not only makes the arguments against the jurisdiction of the ICC, but condemns it, condemns the detention of her father, condemns the lack of jurisdiction of an institution that once had so much respect and favor, at least initially, no, because the intention was there. But clearly the ICC has begun to become, well, something else. And it is significant that it is Sara Duterte who is making that speech. Her father is detained. The Philippines turned over Rodrigo Duterte, a respected figure in Philippine politics, or at the very least, a significant one. A contentious point, nobody is going to contest that. However, it is important to point out that the case of Rodrigo Duterte highlights precisely the injustice delivered by an institution that was intended to do otherwise. And the person delivering that condemnation outside of the United States is Sara Duterte. But what happened? Automatically, people zeroed in on things that she was saying, such as, but not limited to, the reference to a bang bang person. And if you notice that a lot of the conversation centers on that, we have to step away from that because that is about local politics. But Sara has taken this to the world stage. She's now talking about an international institution. And yes, we are significant on the world stage. Sara is significant on the world stage. Rodrigo Duterte, no question, is significant on that same stage. So take a look at it. This is my exhortation today. Take a look at her speech. Read it, listen to it. VP Inday is still talking about local politics, but she has taken it to the world. May kakampi tayo, andyan ang US. On this matter, we stand together with the stand of the US government. Diba? And in accordance, significantly, before this, there was a call by Secretary of State, U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio, for the Philippine allies, for the U.S. allies to stand with it on this issue. And VP Inday's speech as Vice President of the Philippines, as the leading contender for 2028, is saying the exact same thing. Anong sasabihin ng mga kalaban niya? Pro-China pa rin ba siya? Anong sasabihin nitong mga kalaban niya sa 2028? Kaya nyo yan? It is, let's not lose sight of the significance that VP Inday did this speech in front of The Hague itself. Regardless of the fact that they could act, against her father, they're already doing that. Nakikita na natin, it's injustice after injustice, unjust decision after unjust decision. They're already doing that. In short, she has thrown caution to the winds and is saying, we are taking a stand. This is no longer just about her father. It is about how this institution creates injustice in the world. So don't get bogged down by people pointing out na, she talked about this, she talked about a bang bang, she talked about violence, she is supposedly espousing violence. That's pure BS, and that's intended to distract us. She was talking about the ICC in front of the ICC, an ICC that is trying her father. Kiber. So, what else for us? For us here in the Philippines, anong ibig sabihin yan? This isn't only a call about her father. This is a call about Philippine sovereignty, about the rights of every Filipino, and she's sending a strong signal. Ikaw, BBM, hindi mo to kaya. You cannot do this. You cannot stand for Philippine sovereignty because you are bogged down by your own selfish political interests. Kayo, diba? What about everybody else? Everybody who seeks to throw their hat into the ring in 2028. Good luck sa inyo. Kaya nyo yan? Sa harap ng ICC, gagawin nyo yan? So why is it also important for us to pay attention to this? To pay attention kung anong ginagawa ni VP Inday. We have pointed out how many senators are facing cases. How many senators are facing cases where they will probably be put to jail while waiting trial for plunder. Diba? Why is it? Ang dami din ng mga ng mga vloggers who are facing cases. Everybody associated with the Dutertes are facing cases. Oh, bakit significant yung speech ni VP Inday because of that? Because in the midst of all this adversity, si VP Inday herself is facing an impeachment trial, undergoing an impeachment trial. Pero sa kaligitnaan ng matinding opresyon, nagsasalita siya. So, what can we do? Nothing less than that. Siya yung leader natin eh. Di ba? Kinikilala natin siya bilang future president natin. And she is telling us this is how we're going to go. We're going to have to be very brave. She is risking a court that will take, umbrance against her father. She is facing a court which lacks jurisdiction. So kung matapang si Rodrigo Duterte, matapang din ang anak. At dun mismo sa harap ng ICC, nagsalita laban dito. Ganun din sa tayo, humaharap ng matitinding challenge sa atin, matinding pagsubok. Di ba? Matindi ang pagsubok na hinaharap niya pero hindi siya natatakot. Tumitindig siya at nag-decide that from now on, from what I see, from now on, she is going to speak out and fight for us. Probably not in the same way that you think she ought to be doing it. But that's what she's doing now. Yan ang ginawa niya. Pero nawawala yung atensyon ng publiko sa kanya o sa speech niya o sa significance ng pagtitindig niya laban sa opresyon sa Pilipinas. Gusto nila pansinin natin yung mga maliliit na bagay na bakit niya ginamit itong figure of speech na ito? Diyos mio. Gusto nila mawala yung atensyon sa significance ng ginagawa ni VP Inday. They want to tear her down. They don't want her to look like a leader. They want her to be, they want to chip away at the credibility that she carries, not just with every word, but with every gesture. Ito ang tinitingnan natin. Pag pinapanood ko yung speech, ito ang presidente natin. Tapos na po ang eleksyon except for the voting. And that's why she is being attacked for little things. Ano yung mga sinasabi sa kanya? Iba siya mag-English. Hello? She speaks at least 3 languages. Loko kayo, tapos maiirita kayo na ganyan ng English. Nagkukunwari pa. And I want you to remember this also. For several months already, mayroong mga operations yung mga troll farms. At isa sa mga operations na yon, yung mga kunwari DDS sila. I used to be DDS but when I saw Sarah ganito, maraming mga posts na ganyan. Meron pa yung mga posts na I'm sure nakita nyo to. Kunwari daw may nakausap na foreigner itong nag-post na ito. Sus, may halatang halata. Unang-una AI. Pangalawa, ang nakausap foreigner daw, grabe bihasang bihasa doon sa local politics natin. At what an amazing coincidence, di ba? What an amazing coincidence na ang nakikita ng foreigner na yon na hindi naman nakatira sa Pilipinas, hindi naman kumbaga nababasa lang daw yung tungkol kay VP Inday. Pero grabe, detalyado ang alam tungkol sa mga pinag-uusapan dito doon sa Pilipinas. Interesting, di ba? So I want you to pay attention. Sorry, it sounds ano, no? But I need to point out to you that we must pay attention to sa mga ganito. Okay? Dinidistract nila tayo para ano, para pansinin lang natin yung ano, yung sinabi niya, yun ang pag-uusapan dun sa maliit na bagay na yon. Na how many lines out of her entire speech, but ignore the whole part where she talks about the ICC in front of the ICC in The Hague. And what's happening also is that you are being led to attack people instead of issues. Diyan tayo magkakaproblema kasi, di ba, you side with a person today, that person turns around, people let us down. But the issues, yan, mas objective yan. So, yun ang sinasabi natin ngayon. Do not allow our attentions to be drawn elsewhere. Pull it back. VP Inday, still the #1 candidate. VP Inday, still the most trusted. VP Inday, still the best performing government official in the country. This is the kind of president that we want. Ikakasakit na ako dito. So, yun. And not only that, ang lakas na ng loob niya. Hindi na siya yung type na, ay, nagkamali, ang daming criticism, matagal siyang tatahimik. Hindi ganun. She's out there. Umiikot siya. Can we do no less? Tayong mga ordinaryong mamamayan. Aba, kailangan suportahan natin si VP. Yan ang gusto natin maging presidente. Kailangan madala natin siya sa 2028. Huwag natin siyang pabayaan. Hindi ko sinasabi na dapat wala tayong criticism or anything like that. Pwede naman tayong ginawa naman natin kay Rodrigo Duterte, di ba, nung presidente. So naman, bakit naman ganito? Bakit naman yan ang secretary of ganito mo? But at the moment, at this crucial stage in our country, at this crucial time sa Pilipinas, kasaysayan ng Pilipinas, kailangan natin magtapang. Unang-una, di ba? Whatever it is that they're going to say at the impeachment trial, ako, kiber ako dyan. Kasi tingnan ninyo, ultimo land bank managers, ginawang issue yung nagpa-encash ng ganito. In my so many years of ganito na manager, ngayon lang ako nakakita ng ganyan. Girl! Pero aaminin ninyo, legal, aaminin ninyo na tama naman yung buong proseso. Ay, ngayon lang ako nakakita ng ganyan. As if that meant anything in the law. So, anong gagawin nila sa mga taga-COA? Ito ang gusto kong i-point out. Whatever it is that COA employees or people are going to say, simple lang para sa akin. Why did it take so long for them to decide? Bakit initially it was considered clear? Bakit ganito? 'Di ba? Bakit parang ayaw nilang gumawa ng desisyon? Takot na takot sila. Why did it take so long? Hindi ba unusual din on the part of the COA? Okay. Bakit binibring up ng mga prosecutors yung issue ng liquidations ng OVP over the confidential funds when it is not yet final? Ulitin ko yan ha. Yung decision ng COA, pwedeng i-challenge sa hukuman yan. And the way I understand is, i-challenge na ni na VP Inday. So this cannot be established as a fact. Kahit sabihin pa nila, ay mali yan, ay ganito yan, ay ganyan yan. Simple lang, ang batas niyan yung Joint Memorandum Circular. Kung sinundan nila yung Joint Memorandum Circular, anong pinagsasabi dun sa iba? Anong pinagsasabi dun sa iba? Diba? Yan sabi ni Marquis Juan, mini trial. Sabi ni Beng V, si Sarang takot na takot sa BI Albac. Saan ang ebidensya mo? So nga, unang-una, kung nag-o-object ang mga abogado niya, ano yung ibig sabihin yan? It means that they wanted to comply with the law. O, meron bang nag-object nung nag-waive na si Presidente? Pakisabi nga, takot ka dyan, wala kang ebidensya, unang-una, and you're just trying to make panira here. Ang daming BS comments ngayon, full force yung mga trolls, kakatuwa naman sila. Well, at least nakakatulong kayo mga trolls sa ekonomiya ng Pilipinas. Ang kondisyon ko lang para mapuri namin kayo ay dyan sa Pilipinas niyo sana gastusin, no, para umiikot yung pera. Hindi ko po alam, Miss Ambi. As far as I know, the announcement was that the COA officials are going to testify tomorrow. Sabi ni Ari, spots lang yan. Oo nga eh. Uy, yung mga I'm just asking dyan, tumigil nga kayo. That is the most overused expression on social media. Nagtatanong lang. BS and a half, di ba? Bakit minamasama niyo tanong ko? Bakit ganun? Wow, seriously? It's called a distraction. What are we talking about? We're talking about Inday Sara Duterte making a speech before The Hague. We're talking about how we're going to bring her to 2028. Tapos bakit niya minamasama ang tanong ko? Wow. So what do we do? Simple lang. We take VP Inday to 2028. Diba? So what? Whatever else they see, all we have to do is make that commitment. For the sake of our country, for the sake of our future. Hindi pwedeng pinapabayaan natin na ibang tao ang naggagawa ng trabaho natin para sa atin. Hindi parati yung, sinong lalaban para sa atin? BS, tayo lalaban para sa atin. It's our country. It's our future. It's our kids. Tapos maghahanap tayo ng hero. Hindi eh. Tayo na yun. Hindi natin iintayin ng yung mga naghahanap dyan sa mga MIU. Tigil-tigilan nyo na. Ayaw nila. Okay, sige, tayo gagalaw. Ano yung kaya natin sa ngayon? We can attend the gatherings. We can attend, we can continue to post. Pag may nanawagan ng rally, punta tayo. Kung kaya ninyo, ha? Tuloy-tuloy ang pag-call out sa gobyerno. Tuloy-tuloy sa mga kailangan natin gawin. And in 2028, make sure boboto tayo kay VP Inday. Now, here's what we should expect. Huwag nang iyakin. Tama na yung, they don't fight fair. Ang daya nila, nasa kanila lahat ng power. Ay, sus. Alam na natin yan from the start. Nasa saligang batas lahat yan eh. Tama na yan. Screw our heads on, right? This is what we expect. Ito ang mangyayari. Ganito ang gagawin. Okay? This is what's going to happen. Of course, they will fight back. Ang dami natin. Of course, maninira. Nakita nila yung trust and performance ratings ni VP Inday. Of course, maninira sila. Of course, they will try everything because they're fighting for their future just as much as we are fighting for ours. So what do we do? Tedma. If you start crying kapag ginugulpi nila tayo, pinapakita nyo lang sa kanila na may effect o epektibo. So tigil-tigilan na natin yan. Yung mga these are suggestions. I'm in no position to force you to do anything. But here's the thing. You want to be strong, we have to appear strong. Wala nang iyak-iyak. Tama na yan. Yeah. Kamusta? We have to get rid of the defeatist mindset. Tumitindi yung laban, tumitindig si VP Inday. Oo, future nilang corrupt, sabi ni Ralin. So, VP Inday has taken the stage. She's showing her leadership. Tayo din. Lumalaban siya, laban din tayo. Pero ang laban natin within the bounds of the law, attend ng rallies, call out on social media. Wag lang magko-commit ng mga ng cyber libel or whatever it is na ginagamit nila. Not simply because you shouldn't speak, but because this administration doesn't fight fair. So alam na natin yan, they don't fight fair, then we have to fight smart. Diba? Sabi ni Ma'am Melody, laban kung laban. Correct. That's how it goes. That's how it is. So ulitin ko, VP Inday is standing up. She's showing leadership, not just locally, but to the world stage. Yan ang leader natin. Yan ang dadalhin natin to the presidency in 2028. Okay. So, we know now. May kakampi ba tayo? Hindi. Wala. Hanap kayo ng MIU? Mag-iintay kayo ng desisyon sa Korte Suprema? Baka matagalan. Are we waiting for somebody to rescue us? Are you waiting for a leader to rise up and then lead us out of this? Meron na. Andyan na si VP Inday. Oh, game na. So, ulitin ko, resolve in your mind that since may kalaban, yung kalaban gagawa at gagawa ng paraan to try to put us down, to try to put her down, to try to stop us, to try to discredit her, to try to make other people look better than her. BS yan. There's nobody better. We'll see you in 2028, di ba? Kayong mga wannabe na politiko diyan. Yung mga may-ari nitong mga nitong mga chuchu lang na trolls. Mahina kayo sa totoo lang. Why? Because you can't break through. Tingnan niyo magkanong binabayad sa inyo mga troll farms kayo. Sayang ang pera ng gobyerno. Ano ang trust rating ni VP Inday? 57%? Tigil-tigilan niyo na yan. Tsaka huwag kayo yung cheap. Kasi hindi kayo nananalo sa cheap. Itong sabi nung isa, anong sinasabi mo tanda? Paki ko kung matanda ako. Diba? May mga mas mahahalagang pag-usapan kaysa kung anong tingin mo sa akin. Bueno ngayon, kung yan ang opinion mo. Maaahon mo ba ang bayan sa ganyang mga hirit mo? Wala. Pero dito, pinag-uusapan namin kung paano namin masisecure yung future ng mga anak namin by putting the right leader in 2028. And that right leader is VP Inday Sara. We have to follow her lead. Huwag tayong magpapadistract. Yung mga sinasabi nila, ay, may sinabi si Inday na ganito. Pakiko. Hindi significant yan eh. In the greater scheme of things, presidente nga ayaw magpa-drug test. Tapos maiirita kayo dun sa mga maliliit na bagay kay VP Inday. Oh please, karamihan pa ng maliliit na bagay yun, imbento ninyo. Ikukulong ninyo yung tatay tapos magre-reklamo kayo pumupunta siya dun sa kulungan? Hindi kayo Filipino. Hindi nyo naiintindihan yung kultura kung gano'n. At kung hindi nyo naiintindihan o na-appreciate ang Philippine culture, you have no business trying to tell us what to do. Okay? So, ulitin ko. At dahil matatapos na ako, pasensya na, maikli na naman. But this is the sole reason nagsasalita ako ngayon.